On the computer. Hey everybody, so super excited today. And what's going to happen over the next few minutes is we actually have Kami Dempsey on here to share with you guys about what's going on with the company, where the company's headed, these new promotions that just came out. Kami obviously is someone who has been in the trenches and built this massive team. And now she's working with corporate to just take things to a whole nother level. And I'm excited. We have our Diamonds and Above on here, along with their #1 rock star. So this is a very strong elite group of 55 people. So Kami, how can the company even do what they're doing right now? I mean, these new promotions are insane.
Oh my gosh. Chad, I'm so excited. That's just the beginning of the month. We haven't even got to green carpet yet. So if you're feeling good right now, it's just going to keep getting better. And it's interesting. I've gotten a couple messages today from people who said there was no way they could go to green carpet. They figured it out. They figured out how to get to green carpet. And I love when you and Jaree say you got to stay close to the fire. And I don't care whether you're a brand new distributor, someone on a run, or with a mega title in this business. Every single one of us has to fight hard to stay close to the fire, because you never know when that enemy is going to come knocking on your door and try to get you distracted. And so, I love events. I've loved that I've always had to put events on myself, because it's forced me to stay close to the fire. It's forced me to be in attendance at those events. And I'm looking at this group of amazing leaders. I'm on my phone, but I'm flipping through and I'm looking at all of you, and I'm seeing a lot of eye contact, which means I see a lot of hungry individuals that are ready to take things to that next level. Now, those of you that are driving, don't look me in the eyes. You keep on driving, but give me a smile, because I'll know you're with us. Oh, and I'm seeing babies. Oh my gosh, I've got baby fever like you wouldn't believe. I should not have baby fever, but I do. Anyways, I'm so happy to be here today, Chad. And 11 years in, you'd think it'd get boring, but I'm not bored. I'm hungrier than ever. And with what we just announced coming out of June 1st, with the brand new distributors get their and they get that $100 shopping spree. What I love about that, which I think is beyond better than what we had before, is because it's not just product. They could buy product, or they could buy tools, or they could buy gear. I love that. I love that it's multifaceted. So what do you need? No excuses. Go get it. Get those 4 loyals, especially for people that join with that maybe budget's a little bit tighter, but we know they got to get that shirt. We know they got to get some tools in their hand. And now they have a no excuses plan to take that business to the next level. And it's a win. It's a win. And we all love small wins, because that's what gets to the next level. Go bonuses, we're launched through the end of the year, so we can help somebody that has a real need and a true desire to change their life. Notice what I said, a real need to change their life. It doesn't help us to sign people up that don't really want to build a business. It doesn't help us to paint a picture that this business is just going to happen, or that it's going to happen for free without any blood, sweat, tears, or skin in the game. We didn't ever say this was easy. We said it was worth it. We said it leveled the playing field. We said it makes it where the masses now have an opportunity. When my parents joined this industry in the 90s, they did not have an opportunity to do what they were able to do with this industry. School teacher, stay-at-home mom, lots of credit card debt, Bachelor of Science degree. My mom didn't go to college. And the world looks at someone like that and they say, well, this is what you get, because that's the education you got. That's where you're at. But in this industry, we're changing the game. We make the impossible possible. And we're doing that because we actually have a vehicle that allows our work ethic to write our paycheck. Now, if that's how you're casting a vision for that new person is going to be set up for success, not I always want to under-promise and over-deliver. And a lot of times we're over-delivering or you know what I'm talking about, the reverse of that, and then they're expecting something for nothing. I already think $99 to join this business is a no-risk investment with nothing out of their pocket if they go out and go to work right away. And yet, we still got to cast that vision. That's our responsibility. And so what I want to talk to you guys today about is being loud and playing on the offense. because I'm not talking to the masses right now. I'm talking to the elite of the elite. Chad said you were the elite, and I believe Chad when he says it, because when Chad tells me something, he is always walking the talk. So when I hear you guys are the elite of the elite, I know we can have this close huddle in the locker room conversation together. The third and final thing I want to talk about before we have that conversation is get three. Get three before green carpet, and you're going to get special recognition, and you're going to get a gift. Now, I want to challenge you. You can use this get three as check, I did it, or you can use this get three to really revolutionize your business heading into the summer. Who are three people that have been on your chicken list? Who are three people that they know everybody, they're networked everywhere, and when they join your team, it's going to light a fire in your business. That's the three I want you to get. That might require you to sit down for a minute and write down 10 to 15 characteristics of what you're looking for, so that the Lord can jog to your memory somebody that you've met in your past or present that embodies that. Or as you're out blitzing your butt off these next couple weeks heading into green carpet, you've got your blinders on, but you're zoomed in and crystal laser like focused on exactly what you're looking for those three people that are going to change the face of your business. I'm talking your chicken list. I was just on a phone call with a girl Saturday who was diamond, and who got her to diamond had no role in getting her to triple. She finally reached out in March to someone on her chicken list, and that woman joined and went diamond in 30 days and double in 60. She got double go fast for diamond and double diamond. And she said, Kami, it wasn't just us slamming a bunch of people in to check off this diamond chart. It was like, this woman is connected. She's successful. People love to be around her. And so it made me think about how much we need to look at ourselves and go, who am I sponsoring into this business? It's one thing to check off the steps of success, but it's another thing to put people in place on your team. Think about your starting five for a basketball game. Do you want the kids that have never played before? The kids that don't care? They don't want to win? The kids that, quite frankly, they're going to be sitting on the ground or watching who's in the stands and not focus on what's going on in the game? Or do you want people that maybe they haven't ever done this before, but they're excited to try something new? They got a fire in their belly and they're committed to change their life. That's what you want. And so that's what you got to go out and look for. And I promise you, the game changer is when you start actually getting your ego out of the way. Remember, two things can ruin a run: ego and fear. Ego and fear are very closely knit together. The ego part of it can be that person they're not the kind of person that would do something like this. They're already super successful. They don't need what I have. They're super, super busy. They don't have time for this. Stop saying no for them. Remember, what It Works has is financial freedom and freedom of time. And people need at least one. If they've got financial freedom, they don't have their time. If they have time freedom, they typically don't have financial freedom. But they can earn both with this business, both. So I want you to get a little bit more serious about who you're reaching out to. Is the person you're reaching out to and making the ask to join this business a 2, 3, or 4 because you're just looking to complete those steps? Or are they an 8, 9, and 10? Are they a Jaree and Chad Kneller? Are they a Melody McFarland? Are they a Susan Wade? Are they a Joel and Stephanie Dunn, who, while on the outside looked like they had it all together, the story on the inside is they were about to lose their house? I'll tell you this, Carla Burns, she lived in the biggest house I'd ever seen. She was the friend that I'd ever had that I thought had the most money, with the most name brand items, with the most designer clothes. And yet she couldn't afford the $299 kit that we were selling back in that day. We had to sign her up for a $35 kit just to do it so Chris wouldn't know about it. And look at her today, Ambassador Diamond, top earner, and she needed something to get some freedom. They needed time freedom and they needed financial freedom. They wanted to buy their life back and they needed to get out of debt like yesterday. So think about what you want in that next runner when you think about getting free. Get serious about these steps. This isn't just a to-do list to check off. It is a system in place that helps you to unlock every penny in the comp plan. Someone said to me the other day, I'm going to build it right and I'm going to build it tight, and I'm not worried about the speed of things. Because if I'm going to build it right and build it tight, it's not going to be fast. And I challenged her and I said, I love that you want to build it right and build it tight. But why can't you have both? Why can't you have both? Why can't you get a little bit more intentional with the people you're talking to with this business as well as go fast? Because I believe we can have both. Because I believe there's a lot of people in this world that need what we have. Woo! Chad, you want me to keep going?
Keep going. Keep going. I don't have writer's cramp yet, but
okay.
I might be there.
Do you see why I don't have a voice left? Do you see? Like, go. So then I want to talk to you about leading loud and playing on the offense. Now, we've already been kind of covering the offense. That's taking advantage of all these new perks that just came out. But it's also going back to the basics, you guys. Going back to what builds this business. Pam Souter doesn't say when's the last person you got to rap on somebody because there's not something to it. She says it because she's a genius. She knows that the law of sowing and reaping isn't just about how many people you can sign up. It's about truly putting in the time and effort to build a business for the long haul. And so when I think about playing on the offense, I think about, yes, I want to complete my steps to success. So that means I need to hand out a whole lot more blitz cards. I need to do a whole lot more following up. I need to do a whole lot more contacting and actual connecting, building that relationship. How many raps am I going to put on somebody's belly in a rap room? How many coffee shop one-on-ones am I going to pull out that average income chart and say, where do you want to be and how hard do you want to work for it? And then give that plan and tell our story. That's what I'm talking about when I say taking the, getting on the offense. It's telling people with crystal clear vision what you want and why you want it. Now, Chad, we could spend a whole hour on that aspect because I truly believe you can say you want triple diamond, you can say you want black diamond, but until you know why you want it, really why you want it, and you don't just know for yourself, but every rap you put on someone, every party pad presentation you give, every blitz card you hand out, you're ready to tell them why you're doing this, why you're going for presidential diamond, or why you need $3,000 to $4,000 extra every month. I am not going back to school and raising everybody else's kids while somebody's raising mine. With passion and enthusiasm, that person hearing that goes, dang it, I don't know how she's going to get there, but she's going to do whatever she says she's doing, and I want to follow someone like that. People follow people who know where they're going. So get crystal clear about where that is. And because this is a diamond and above call, most of you have probably actually already attained what it was that you put out there that you wanted when you joined, and you're wondering why you're not getting to that next level yet. Chances are it's because you haven't said what you wanted, and you haven't said it with conviction, clarity, and passion. And when you know what that is, I want you to write it down. I want you to record it on a voice memo, and I want you to listen to it over and over and over again until it can come off the tip of your tongue with effortlessly. So that every time you're at a party, every time you're one-on-one, every time you're blitzing, every time you're putting the rap on someone, every time you're messaging someone, and they're like, yeah, I don't know. You say, listen, I'm not going back to school to raise everybody else's kids while somebody stays home and raises mine. I need $3,000 to $4,000 extra every month. I want you to do this with me, but it's okay if you don't. But you deserve to know about it because I'm going to do this, and I'd love to do it together. There's such a they say there's a reason why the Bible says where there's no vision, people perish. So be somebody that people want to follow. And that leads me into the leading loud. That's leading loud. Having that crystal clarity is leading loud. So I met a woman yesterday in person for the first time who was applying for the field regional position in Canada. And she spent the day with us at a mini boot camp. And you all, just so you know, anytime anybody that has ever worked in another direct selling network marketing company, whether it was on the field or on the corporate side, when they see one of our events, they're in tears, they're screaming, they're laughing. They've never experienced anything like it. They can't help but just immerse themselves in our culture. And at the end of the day, she said to the group, she said, I've never seen a group, all different sidelines, all different teams, all different levels of leadership that are working together to better the entire company. And she said there's a saying on the East Coast, and she's East Coast Quebec, so we're talking Canada, East Coast. But it made sense said, guys, because it's true. And we said it before, and we need to say it again, and we need to say it loudly. When the tide rises, all the boats lift. When It Works does better, we all do better. So part of leading loud isn't just sharing our own crystal clarity about what we're going after and what we're doing and why we're doing it. It's about who we chose to do it with. Now, if you've ever been a part of an at-home business like this before, one of the things you know is there's about 5 things that you're looking for in the right company for that company to be a 2%er company, right? For that company to be one of those very rare opportunities, right? And I believe many of us stumbled across It Works because the products worked, because the fun was happening, the friendships, the good people, the culture, and you got involved because this industry is not on trial anymore. But what you don't realize is you accidentally aligned yourself with a 2%er, and I believe the best. And yet, some of you, you're like, no, I've actually seen some of the other stuff out there. I know I'm with the 2%. You'll never rock my foundation. This is so rare, and I'll never leave. I'm going to water the grass right here. So I want you to get loud. And I know Chad can close this out today with even more value to what I'm saying. But, start talking about the fact that your owners actually worked in the field before. So they've had experience. Talk about the fact that your owners, it's a family-based company, that they've got children with skin in the game. There's other leaders with children in the game. This isn't just a company where they make a bunch of money and then they dismantle it and sell it piece by piece, or even just dismantle it, period, because they made what they wanted to make and they're moving on. It's a company that is doing this for as long as it will carry on into future generations. Our vision is so big. That's number one, who your owners are. And then we can just throw on top of that, part of that number one is that they actually have ethics. They're a Christian-based company. Does that mean all Christians are perfect? No, but gosh, if I'm going to get involved with someone, I want someone aligned with my personal values, and whether they're doing it right all the time or not, they're trying. Number 2, the market trend. We have a health and wellness product that offers instant, visible results with little to no effort. And by golly, we are in a microwave society, right? We want to see instant results with little to no effort. And that wrap, it does it. And it does it every time. And even more than that, nobody else has a wrap. There's nobody else out there with a wrap. Nobody. So we got the wrap, and we're a health and wellness company. It's consumable products, right? How about we're debt-free? Did you know we were debt-free? We've been debt-free since 2008. That's a big deal. Most companies were closing their door in 2008. It Works was soaring in 2008. All right. How about the fact that we're stable? We're 15 years old, but we're young, and we're not a household name yet, but we will be. We're in 21 countries, but we're in 21 countries and booming into more countries and investing more and more money into our international team, bringing on not just good people, but like 9s and 10s, because that's where we plan to be going. People with long-term vision, people that want to be here for a lifetime, that want their kids to be involved with the company as well. That's something that you can hang your hat on. How about the compensation plan? Let me just speak to that for a minute. And I'm not going to start with bonuses. That's just like icing on the cake, right? I'm going to start with the fact that we make wrap cash. We offer an opportunity for people to make money right now. Right now money, everyday money. It's like going to the ATM and pulling out some money. That's what we have with the wrap cash. And we're not direct sales, but we have right now money. Number 2, we have weekly bonuses. I call them $100 unlimited $100 bonuses. That's our fast start bonuses, right? Those get paid out weekly. Then we have residual income. And residual income is what set network marketing apart. It is what, in my humble opinion, every single one of you, myself included, is focusing on building. It's that doing something one time and getting paid on it time and time again. Now, most people don't understand residual income, so we got to get loud about residual income. I'll never forget when Dave and Debbie sent their 3rd child to the Island School, which is a school put on in the Bahamas by the DeVos family. You know the DeVosses, they kind of own Amway. They put on this school in the Bahamas. A very elite people get to go, so it's extremely expensive. But Dave and Debbie, I remember when they went to visit their child at the end of the summer, And they got there and they called me about 5 days into their week there. And they said, Kami, it just dawned on us. Prior to It Works, they owned traditional businesses. And because of the economy, they went down. But those traditional businesses didn't allow them to go on vacation and still get paid. That was a huge aha moment about what residual income can do for you. How about when I was 16 and got in a car accident? Had my dad been teaching and taken 30 days off of work, he'd have lost his job. He'd certainly had to take an unpaid leave. With the company he was with, he got paid and his income actually went up. You know, a lot of us don't join this business for residual income, but if you knew what residual income gave you an insurance policy for, so that one day you can walk away, you can sit on the beach and still collect beach money, mailbox money, direct deposit money, whatever you want to call it. But it's there for when life hits, and life is going to hit. It's just a matter of when it hits. And so whatever your stories is about what residual income have done for you, share that loud, because people don't have a brain cell for residual income. Now they have a brain cell for bonus money. I get that. They have a brain cell for that. Before we talk about that, let's just dabble in the leadership bonuses, the kind of insane money available with the leader bonuses. So get loud. If you've received a generational bonus, tell people what happened to you when you saw your check with a generational bonus. Tell somebody what happened when you had a cab run. Get loud about those leadership bonuses, and then brag about our go bonuses and our good bonuses. If you start with the go bonuses and good bonuses, guess what happens? They build for a bonus, the bonus runs out, or they miss the bonus and they stop building. But if you use the bonuses to create urgency, to take further advantage of residual, to take further advantage of leadership bonuses and unlimited $100 bonuses and cash wrap cash, then that's where you win. Because that's just like everything else. You had me at hello, right? And now you just threw gas on the fire with the good bonuses and the go bonuses. And now I'm a lifer. And now I'm not just building for a bonus. I'm building for my family's future and legacy. So that's how you lead loud. You talk about what you have your hands on. Some of you might go, you didn't even mention the gives back. You're right, I didn't. But we have gives back. You didn't even mention the incredible amount of leadership we have making money. I know I didn't mention that, but we also have that. How about the fact that our company talks about the money you can make, but we actually prove it with an income disclosure statement? Do other companies do that? Nope, they don't. But we do. So we have countless number of things you can hang your hat on. But number one, you got to know what that is. And then you got to get loud about what that is. And you got to do it in the right order, because when you do that, not only will you complete your steps, but you'll actually have a team, an army willing to go to work like you've never seen. The quality of the people that are building with you. Sometimes it isn't so much about quantity as it is quality, but you could have both. You could have both, and that's when you change your mindset. So, Chad, that's all I got, buddy.
That is so good, Kami. Wow, just amazing. And we take just like 1 minute, Kami, and just share. You know, I know the company already knows what's going to be happening a year from now, 2 years from now, and I know you guys are preparing for generations. But in like the next minute, what do you? I mean, right now we have a few black diamonds and about 100 ambassadors. How many ambassadors do you have a vision for 5 years from now?
You know what? My vision 5 years from now is we can't count. We can't keep up. Let me tell you why. I'll never forget when Ashley Sinclair went ambassador in my organization. Number one, I didn't even know Ashley was in my organization. Number two, I didn't know she went ambassador. I didn't even know she was a distributor, let alone an ambassador in 8 months. That's called a high-class problem, right? I believe that part of this field development team was because our company realized we're getting so big that we want to love our people just as well as we did when they first got started. And so they brought this team together. I believe the challenges we'll be facing will be one of which our software can't even deliver the amount of promotions that are happening as quickly as they're happening. So really the question you should be asking me is, how many black diamonds will we have? 5 years from now, we'll have no less than 500. No less than 500 black diamonds. And quite frankly, I don't believe I even fully have the ability to wrap my head around what's going to happen, because, see, while we've got lots of new products in place and strategy to rise above even where we're at right now and to be in front of the trends that are out there and in front of what's going on in the marketplace. But I actually believe your next Uber or your next Amazon is going to be It Works Global. And so I believe it's not even about being at the front in the industry. I believe it's going to be about being in the front of the world. Already financial icons, people that you would want to follow and make financial decisions, are saying that the wave of the future is this industry. And yet I believe this industry has a lot of holes and a lot of gaps, and they needed a good company like It Works to come out and give them a place that people could call a home, not just make some money, but change their life and change generations to come. So we're going to be open all over the globe, including Asia, in 5 years. We're going to be starting to open into South America and into other European countries. I know that for sure. By 5 years, give us 5 years and your mind will be blown how many countries we're in. Maybe we'll be opening on the moon. Do you think there'll be people on the moon? Seriously, there could be. I'm going to ask the Lord to give me more details about 5 years from now. And I'm going to get back to you on that. But it's going to be big.
So good. Kami, I know you're super busy, and we're just so thankful to have some of your time on here. And while you still have a voice left for this week, right?
Well, it's so funny. I just told my assistant I have like 7 Zooms between Wednesday and Thursday evening. And I said, I don't know if my voice will hold out, actually. And so we're putting some backup plans in place. But, when you ask me about a vision of where we're going, that's where I want you to know we're not going anywhere. We're just barely, our appetite has just barely been put out there. We're really hungry, and we're going to a whole nother level. And here's what I know. When you get crystal clear about what you want and why you want it, and you get focused on that, no other distractions can come in your place. And so when you guys printed off that June game plan, there was a thing on the back second page that said 30 things I want to do, 30 things I want to be, 30 things I want to have. Because I truly believe for some of you, It Works as the part of your vision to open up a calling that the Lord has on your life that maybe It Works has nothing to do with, but it was the finances that It Works afforded you to be able to do that. I've heard from people before that were, unfortunately, they were domestic violence recipients, and they want to put together a home for women in domestic violence to help them. I mean, God gives each one of you a vision that He doesn't give me because it wasn't meant for me. But because you're a diamond and above, I know where He's got you is He's got something He wants you to do with it. And it may be in It Works. It might be inspiring. It might be motivating. It might be, I don't know what that could look like for you, but I know this. It Works just might be the vehicle to provide the finances or the time freedom to do that. And you got to get really clear on what that is, because It Works can provide both. It can provide both. And so don't limit yourself on this. Get in on those 30 things you want to be, 30 things you want to do, 30 things you want to have, because it'll help you get a lot clearer about where you're going next. I'll tell you, when I got freed from teaching, I stuck around that income level for a long time. It was because I didn't know what I wanted next. I didn't know where that was. It wasn't like I just wanted to be ambassador to be ambassador. You have to get your mind around why you want to be that next thing, what that income will allow you to do, and then be so laser focused that it falls off the tip of your tongue every time you have an opportunity to share what you're doing. And I'm telling you guys, it will bring the shift that you needed in your business.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kami. You have a blessed day. Appreciate you.
Love you guys. Jaree and Chad, I appreciate you so much.
We'll see you later.
Okay.